Hello, my name is Guillermo Perinat and I will talk to you about the business environment of BBVA or BBVA as you would say in Spanish. BBVA is a commercial corporate bank operating around the world. It currently has operations in Europe, North and South America, and Asia. Within Europe, it has major market share in countries like Portugal, Spain, and Turkey. In North and South America, it has a really big presence in the Sunbelt region in North America, and it happens to be the biggest financial institution in Mexico. Within Asia, it has big individual operations within the big cities in China, Japan, and Korea. The long-term strategy and goal of the bank is to become the biggest digital bank in the world. In order to achieve this, they realized that they couldn't go alone, so they have made acquisitions and partnerships with tech companies and online banks around the world in the several markets they're present in. For example, one of its main global partnerships is with the tech giant Cisco, who provides them with technological services, and they work together towards their ultimate goal of becoming the best digital bank in the world.
The main aspect of any financial company is to analyze their risk and have a safe risk management process. The BBVA company has 4 risk categories: credit risk, structural risk, market risk, operational risk. To be able to cover the group's losses, the economic capital is required to calculate the various risks managed by the entity. The BBVA considers the risk function or management process to be the key elements of its business strategy. It is made out of 5 core elements. The first one is a system of governance and organization for the risk function. The second is a framework of risk appetite, which defines the profile of target risk and levels of tolerance. The third is a risk management scheme that includes regulations of governing policies and procedures. The fourth is a framework which allows evaluating, monitoring, and reporting of the risk to have a perspective and dynamic assessment of the risk. The fifth, they have a developed infrastructure that includes all the risk tools, methodologies, and culture making up the foundations in which the management scheme is organized, which goes as such: the boards of directors, the risk committee, the corporate risk committee, and the risk committees in the risk units of the business area.
BBVA has performed well recently, with a good operating profit margin. The bank is capable of paying its costs and its interests. BBVA can also be considered to be more profitable than its competitors, due to its slightly higher net profit margin. The bank can also be considered to be more reliant on assets, due to the low return on assets that they achieved in the last quarter of 2018. The firm may also be more reliant on outside funding as opposed to generating the cash internally. The earnings per share of BBVA was lower than the $4.28 that Wells Fargo earned, meaning that Wells Fargo earned a greater amount for each share. The PE ratio was also a little high for BBVA at 7.09 times. However, this is still better than the ratio of Wells Fargo, which was at 11 times. This could also show that Wells Fargo stocks are overvalued.